Here is the Security News Roundup for the week ending July 24th, 2020. Smartwatch and wearables maker Garmin has shut down several of its services on July 23rd to deal with a ransomware attack that has encrypted its internal network and some production systems. In messages shared on its website and Twitter, Garmin said the same outage also impacted its call centers, leaving the company in the situation of being unable to answer calls, emails, and online chats sent by users. The incident did not go unnoticed and has caused lots of headaches for the company's customers, most of which rely on the Garmin Connect services to sync data about runs and bike rides to Garmin's servers, all of which went down on Thursday. In today's cybersecurity landscape, only ransomware attacks have the destructive power to cause companies to shut down production lines, online services, websites, email servers, and call centers in a matter of hours and enter into an impromptu maintenance mode. It also remains unclear if any customer data has been lost or stolen during this incident. Over the past several months, ransomware gangs have modified their modus operandi to also include data theft besides file encryption. Some so-called no-log VPNs exposed users' logs and personal details for all to see. This leads to blackmail, extortion, and doxing. VPN users rely on the privacy and anonymity a VPN provides for many reasons, but the most important benefit is keeping both your online activity and identity hidden and separate. A VPN should never connect a person's browsing to their identity in any way. However, these VPN apps did precisely that through their activity logs, and they exposed the details to the public. In doing so, they compromised the safety and security of their users. If malicious hackers had access to the VPN records, they could target users for blackmail and extortion, threatening to expose their private, potentially embarrassing activity to friends, family, colleagues, and in some cases their government and police agencies. Products affected were UFO VPN, Fast VPN, Free VPN, Super VPN, Flash VPN, Secure VPN, and Rabbit VPN. Choose your VPN carefully. HMA is a no-log VPN, but there really is no log. You can't exploit what doesn't exist. Applying community-building principles to improve data protection. Crime prevention through environmental design, or CEPTED, defines the premise that any community, whether a place of business, office building, or neighborhood, can be made safer and more secure by efficient planning and design. Applying CEPTED to computers. With a little imagination, applying these physical principles to the virtual world of computing is surprisingly simple. We can think of our computers as any physical property or environment, like a building. It has entrances and exits, contains valuables, has light areas and dark areas, and has the same opportunistic burglar threats as our home. Using CEPTED principles, we can make it an unattractive target for the casual hacker. More details on the Avast blog. DOJ charges Chinese hackers with targeting COVID-19 research centers. This week, the Department of Justice indicted 2 Chinese nationals on charges that they included the theft of American trade secrets and a recent targeting of COVID-19 research centers. The DOJ claims that the suspects acted sometimes for their own financial gain and other times to benefit the Chinese Ministry of State Security. Their hacking campaign lasted more than 10 years. Recent targets included companies developing COVID-19 vaccines, testing technology, and treatments. The indictment further claims, since the Chinese hackers are residents of China, it is unlikely that either man, both in their 30s, will actually face trial. Family Tree Maker exposed data of 60,000 users. Email addresses, IP addresses, location data, technical details, user ID, and support messages for 60,000 users were among the leaked details found in their database, the combination of which could serve multiple attacks. The user's personal data could be used to launch phishing campaigns, the technical support messages could be used by family tree maker competitors to target unhappy customers, and the technical details could be used to leverage further cyber attacks on the system. The researchers informed family tree maker of the problem, and the database was secured shortly thereafter. Avast is at least temporarily relocating its Hong Kong VPN servers. The Chinese government recently passed a security law that applies to the semi-autonomous city of Hong Kong. The law directly challenges users' privacy by permitting the Chinese government to request that companies turn over data from users the Chinese government deems a threat to its national security. This has been heavily criticized by privacy and human rights activists alike, as the data obtained by the government could be used as evidence against everyday people. In response to these events, Avast has temporarily moved the servers for our VPN business out of Hong Kong, and we now redirect our Hong Kong customers' traffics to nearby locations such as Taiwan and Singapore. This move affects Avast, AVG, and HMA VPN servers. And that's enough of the security news for this week. Hugs to all. See you next week.